Okay, so, oh god, once again, I'm highlighting why I don't like to play 5 and 5, because this guy kind of invited me to play rank, like a flex queue, basically, right? So, you look at the game time, 20 minutes, right? This game was over by 7 minutes. Top laner died basically 3 times in 7 minutes, right? Their jungle, we just 1v2'd them. So by 8 minutes, this guy was like 0-4. Their jungle was like 0, I think 2 or something like that. Our mid lane was slaughtering. This guy was like 0-3, I think, by 8 minutes or something like that, right? The only thing that was our bot lane was a little bit struggling. But you have to factor in, if you look at their team composition, they have absolutely no way to deal with Fed Tryndamere and Fed Master Yi at the same time. There is no way their team composition can deal with this, right? So you have to understand that by 7 minutes, the game was over, right? And we had to play for another 13 minutes. Now, eventually, those guys surrendered, but you have to understand, if they didn't surrender, this game would have probably lasted maybe 25, 26 more minutes, because we still had to, we aced them, right? But they were reviving, and then for us to finish the game, we had to go back, then take the Baron, then wait until the minion waves stack, and then push into it, right? So you have to understand that, like, effectively speaking, by 7 minutes the game was over. But effectively, like, this game would have been probably 30 minutes if we were to play it correctly, if they didn't surrender, right? So it would have been an astronomical waste of time, because in one on one, you just, like, you can clearly see who is better. You just first blood, and that's it. Game is over. And if that guy doesn't want to exit the game, you can just swap an account and exit with no penalty. Whereas in here, you won the game, they don't want to surrender. So even though you won, you're still being held hostage by shitty players, right? I mean, look at this guy, like 0-9. What the hell is that? And he plays Z top lane, right? I mean, I had 100, 100 more farm than the guy. 100. 3 times more gold. So I'm saying, it's like, it's a total waste of your time. They need to create a system where you can exit out of the game that is already over, right? Because you have to play games that are already over for 20, 30 minutes sometimes. Do you know what I mean? And, like, League of Legends is not the game in which you can come back. It is not the game, right? It's not like basketball where you're down 20 points and you can win the game, or soccer where you're losing by 2 points, you can win the game. The way the goal distribution works, as soon as you lose the map, the enemy team is going to snowball, because they're going to take the dragons, they're going to take the baron, they're going to take all your jungle, which means your jungler is now sharing experience and farm with your laners, which means, like, they're falling behind. I mean, right? As you can see, let's look at the goal difference, right? 10,000 goal difference, right? Now, you also have to factor in level differences, right? Because the enemy jungler is now sharing experience with the laners, this means that experience is being shared, which means, like, by 23, 24 minutes, I'll be level 18, this guy will be level 11, right? And you have to factor in that every single level in League of Legends is worth about 650 gold, right? So if you stack up the level gold on top of it, I mean, they're down right now probably something like 20,000 gold, right? And the more the game goes on, plus the dragon gold, right? You have to factor in plus the dragon gold, because you also gonna factor in the stats that the Baron gives you, plus the Baron plus the Dragon gives you, plus you also get if you take the 4 dragons, you get the Dragon Soul. Man, that's insane gold value in there. Insane, right? And don't get me started, Elder Dragon. Elder Dragon, I think, is the most overpowered thing in here. So, I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Is there is no way for them to come back into the game. And I have to continue to play the game. Because I cannot exit the game, right? So this was 13 minutes of a total time waste. Absolute total time waste. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I stopped playing 5 on 5. I mean, like it's a waste of time. Take care.